You're listening to John Highman from Commercial Real Estate Online. The website to contact us is commercial-realestate-training.com. In this short video, I'd like to talk about tenancy mix tips and ideas. That is the tenancy mix that applies to commercial property and also retail property. Perhaps it applies more so to retail, given that a retail property, a shopping centre, has lots of tenancy pressures, customer issues, and obviously trade and sales that are built around a customer tenancy mix, a trading tenancy mix, and the tenants in the property. So, in a retail property today, the tenancy mix is likely to be the make or break factor in property performance. A good tenant mix will help the property thrive and underpin the rentals for the property and the landlord. So how do you get to know what works and what doesn't? It's easy to see examples of tenant mix profiles in other properties and then compare them to your property. Look for the situations that work and those that don't. There are lots of other good shopping centres around, some other retail properties that you can look at and study. Clustering is one factor worth examining in those other properties to see how they may handle the clustering concepts, that is, the tenants that work together and sell together or back off each other as far as sales and customer interaction. So whilst you're there in the other properties, look at their vacancy factors and just how they work with them. Competing properties will also have factors of tenant loss and relocation. That is a good source of new tenants for your property. So here are some other things, some other tips that you can use as far as tenant mix design and a property business plan. You'll always need a property business plan in a good retail property or shopping centre. So number one, understand the local demographic of customers before you do anything else. Are there some changes in the local area that will impact the customer base now or in the next couple of years? If so, those factors will need to be in your business plan for the property. The business plan should be done every 12 months and reviewed quarterly. It should be updated where required when you can see that there are changes to the customer base, the shopping centre performance, perhaps sales, and also if there are any other large properties being built in the same area. Number two, undertake a customer survey in your property and in the surrounding area. You will learn so many key things from that process. Why do people shop in your property? Why do they shop in other properties? What would they like to see changed and why in your property? How often do people come to your property and on what days? Are there days of the week where the sales for the tenants are greater and more successful? Number three, check out the existing competing properties in that local surrounding precinct. In this way, you'll see the differences that their customers see. Pay particular attention to the access and the convenience factors that those properties have before you look at the tenancy mix internally. If there is one thing that frustrates many shoppers, it is the access and the convenience of a shopping centre. Can your retail property improve on anything that the other properties are struggling with? Number four, the maintenance factors in your property will be driven by property layout, customer visits, and building age. Retail property, shopping centres particularly, is one of the most costly property types to maintain and run. That is why the outgoings in retail are so high when you compare it to perhaps office property, standard office property in the same area. Number five, the anchor tenant or tenants in your property are likely to be established on long leases with appropriate rent reviews and option periods. The anchor tenant profile will help you lease the specialty tenant premises in the property. Create sound relations with your anchor tenants so the customer targets that they have integrate into the overall marketing plan for the property and the general tenant mix with their sales requirements. So in summary, a great retail property is built on performance, that is, performance of the tenancy mix and the sales. It's a constantly moving target. It's something that you need to watch. Over time, you will be modifying your plans and your tenant strategies when new things are seen in the local area and with those competing properties nearby. Get involved with the local retail businesses and the shopping community. Understand what they're looking for. You'll soon know what you can do with your tenancy mix to improve sales, to improve customer visits, and of course, thereby build your rental and your market rental for the property. So that is the end of that subject, most particularly tenancy mix tips in a retail property. You can get other details from our website, and that is commercial-realestate-training.com. We have lots of ideas and tips for commercial and retail property agents.